Live from tape, pre-recorded at our studios in Austin, Texas, and Portland, Oregon, it's Syndicated with Lesley and Ben. Hey everyone, I'm the Ben of that.
And I'm the Lesley. This is a twice-monthly podcast about television genre and storytelling in which we watch an episode of a show and explore the history of television one episode at a time.
Adam, I'm going to give you a chance here to basically pick your sitcom character entrance. How do you want to enter set today? Do you want to do a Kramer thing where you just knock down a door?
I don't think I ever want to do a Kramer anything.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
That's just terrible. It's terrible.
That's maybe not a great character to latch onto.
Maybe a Norman Cheer situation.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, folks, we're joined today by Adam P Knave. Adam, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's morning. It's Portland. It's finally not hot again.
Hey, Portland, that's relevant to today's show.
It must be great being in Portland.
It's nice, Leslie. You should come visit.
It must be great.
We have breweries, and there are other features about our city, I'm sure.
Right?
We have breweries.
There's trees.
Plenty.
Oh man, I've got an ex there that's
a tree.
A story, but no. Although I became very close with a tree in one of the parks.
Which park?
As a result of, dude, I don't remember. But I drove past it with Meg, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's where I had to eat the pizza outside under the tree in the rain because I got dumped." You know what? That's not what this podcast is about. Well, I actually did an episode of another podcast about this very incident. Yes, and it's I was a guest on the My Mistake podcast, which is a great podcast too if you haven't listened to it. Where I talked about this incident. So if you're more interested in hearing about that, then yes. So anyway.
If you're just now joining us, we're talking about Leverage, the TNT series about a group of expert criminals who use their skills to sabotage and bankrupt the criminally corrupt. Leverage ran for 5 seasons from 2008 through 2012, and again as an Amazon original on Freevee starting in 2021. And I don't want to give away the game too early, but had you all heard of Freevee?
Oh yes, I had.
Really?
I had. Yes, because I go to the Austin Television Festival every year, which I talk about on this show all the time because it's usually relevant.
Of course.
And that's why I've heard of Freevee. That's why I've heard of there were a bunch of those like the show Billions was on a different program or a different streaming service that I'd never heard of. It's really obscure, but you know, if you're a telephile like myself and you attend the Austin Television Festival.
Telephile.
Well, I mean, what fascinates me is that when Leverage came back, you know, of course, Freevee wasn't Freevee then. It was IMDb TV, which is somehow a worse name.
Yes.
And it was Amazon's dumping grounds for we won't even let you pay to not see commercials.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
which is still the case.
Oh
right.
my God,
no, it's still the case. But it's such a bad idea. Like, I appreciate that you can watch this for free with ads, but I'm like, let me give you money? Like, can we do that?
Yeah, I was so mad because obviously the first seasons, because they weren't Freevee originals, Amazon originals or whatever, you could pay for those and not see ads.
Yeah.
But now with Freevee, it's not an option for the later seasons, which is garbage.
Yeah.
But whatever.
And I mean, you know, they're even doing movies now, and it's just. But I think the thing that actually put them, quote unquote, on the map was that first season of Leverage Redemption, because 95% of humanity hadn't.
Well, sure.
Right. I mean, because if you told me
what else are you watching
you can
on
stream
Freevee?
this at IMDb TV, I would have assumed you were fucking with me. Like, that's
Once
not a thing
again,
that exists.
Let's look at that acronym. That's the Internet Movie Database Television.
Database television.
It feels very much.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
It rolls right off the tongue.
It feels very much like for every every television or every streaming option that has some backing for every HBO Max and Peacock. Something called Vudu or Tubu or Freevee or whatever, some nonsense word. Fucking Tumblr television pops up out of nowhere.
Right. But this thing is owned by Amazon. It has backing.
Yes. Right. I actually have an ex who works at Vudu. Very nice, very nice.
Leslie,
Nothing
your connections.
Very nice guy. Nothing bad to say.
To put this in a crime context, speaking about paying for ads, I feel like I'm in a hostage situation where I'm sliding the note back under the teller's window, and it just says, "Will you take $2.99 a month?"
Right. Like we're
like,
busy
no,
reinventing network TV, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I feel like last time when we had TV, at least you understood it. There were no alternatives. And then we built alternatives, and now they're like, but we're going to give you the worst version of this.
Right.
And go to hell.
We're going to make this worse in every way that we can think of. Also, fuck you.
Right.
Also, fuck you. That makes a ton of sense that it's IMDb TV, because...
IMDb.
Yeah. Say
that again. Say that 5 times fast.
Internet Movie Database Television Network.
Yeah, like I said, Freevee is a terrible name, but somehow it's better.
Somehow it is better.
But yeah, no, it's owned by Amazon. So they have the backing.
Okay.
That does make a ton of sense, because I'm realizing I stopped hearing about IMDb TV, a thing I did know existed. And it very much... Clark, you just left. Superman's here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense. I did like, to give them some praise, other than I think their very silly name, I did watch that Jury Duty show that everyone's been talking about, which is a Freevee original, and it's really fun.
Okay. Ben, just, you know what? I'm still upset with you about this whole Barry situation, so...
Oh, yeah, Barry's good, I told you.
You didn't tell me that Henry Winkler's in it, or that there are gays in it. Like, why would you not tell me that? And then I find out it's, about TV? Why would you not tell me these things?
Wait, are there shows that are original for streamers that aren't gay and that don't have Henry Winkler? I thought those were, contractual obligations for every streaming network now.
Yeah.
I think they should be. I think they should be.
If you want to greenlight
every
a new
show somewhere, like The Mandalorian one week, Henry Winkler plays Baby Yoda. It's how it works.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
You need the fawns in order to get that green light.
Yep.
If I know anything about television production. Right. All right, Leslie, take us away.
The show's premise is simple and familiar after our previous episode on Columbo. Every episode, there's a new criminal, and our team of leverage associates, the mastermind, the grifter, the hacker, the hitter, and the thief, find ways to take them down by exploiting personality and professional weaknesses until their empire comes crumbling down. Clever disguises, elaborate characters, high-end lock-picking tools, confidential research, and hacked security cameras are all at our team's disposal as they worm their way into these criminals' lives. It is protagonist Nathan Ford's job to herd his team of cats and balance out their more mischievous criminal instincts as they work together as a force for good.
Which I think is a fun premise. I didn't know that's what leverage was about.
I know, right? Okay. So I was watching Fast and Furious 6 the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice.
Because I'm slowly going through those. I say slowly, but really it's really picked up. I've watched 3 of them in the past 4 days. So anyway, I was watching it, and then I realized that this movie was basically they leveraged my Fast and Furious because...
Oh, that's why you posted that.
Yes. Because the bad guys are the good guys.
I watched all of them over the course of a week, 2 years ago, and I'm trying to remember if that's the one I really liked.
You probably liked
5. Yeah, 5 is the one that everyone latches onto.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I rewatched the entire series up to the latest one right before a new one drops.
Oh my god, that's a level of dedication.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, no, they are. They just get more the more you rewatch them. There's something about them that they're so weirdly comfortable and they're earnest.
They
in a
are.
Weird way.
Yeah, it's very odd. I also want to say when 9 came out, I think, which is a couple years ago or whatever, they had a promo where they, for 8 weeks preceding it, every Friday night, AMC theaters screened one of, in sequential order, the previous films for free. So I saw the first one in theaters, in a movie theater in the mall. So that was a fun introduction.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about Fast and Furious.
No, but
we're talking about Leverage.
The thing about Leverage is that there have been any number of heist shows in the universe, right? Like, this is a fair... Hell, there were heist shows going on when Leverage was airing.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, heists are a wonderful thing. But there's something about Leverage itself that, like, Rogers and Downey broke down to the point where it's kind of like the heist show.
Okay, yeah. I feel that.
So it's like anytime you open the can of, like, worm of Leverage, right, and you want to start discussing Leverage, you are also weirdly discussing, like, 17 other heist shows at the same time. Because you're always like, well, like, this thing is... And it all loops.
No, I'm gonna start making connections to, like, Ocean's 11 in a moment. Like,
Oh, sure!
Man,
it all comes back.
Leverage is so... I'm so passionate about this show because... It's just got everything, that you want from that genre from that type of entertainment. You really, like, it's got the humor, it's got the comfortable interpersonal relationships. The heists are slick.
Yeah.
It's just I love this show.
And
I love this
show.
show.
It has one thing that none of the others had, which is, John Rogers' twisted little brain, that most of the, villains they're going after, these are real things.
Yeah.
They don't screw around with it. Like, there was at least one where I know they had to change the facts because the government, like, they had to check something, and the government was like, can you please not air that? Like, that is way too...
Me.
Yeah.
Wait, real things?
Yes.
Yes, real things.
Lesley, the damn
which
episode.
Which episode is that? Thank you.
Yep. And that's how you know exactly, like, oh, yeah, no, they had to change that.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I did not realize there was a based on real life component.
Oh, yeah. No, all the banking
absolutely.
stuff is real. There's an episode, that deals with, like, 4 pay prisons. All of their facts are real, and they would have executives come in.
Prisons, yeah.
I think the prison one is where they had, like, some executive was like, oh, this is terrible. Like, thank God this isn't real. And Roger's like, oh, no, it is.
Oh, no, it's real.
Like, all of them are real. Even now, when they came back, part of their problem is, and they admit this in the show, that, well, we used to think there were consequences. But it's not as simple as just shame this guy now. So what does that look like?
Yeah.
But all the problems they deal with, they are real. Some of them are actual headlines, but all of them are factual.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I didn't latch onto that. I have plenty to say about the shows.
It's also really sad.
Yeah. I have plenty to say about the shows, like, very Obama-era politics. When we get into the heart of it. Which, for once, I mean that is a positive thing. But, like, I didn't realize it was literally stuff that had happened. That's fascinating.
I mean, this one, and we can get into, I mean, I assume we would, like, plot-wise, like, this is actually things that, this was happening.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm very sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do an enormous amount of research. They have, a lot of the writers will pitch things from their lives. There was, again, like, in the Redemption series, there was a recent one about trucking. And one of the writers had worked as a trucker. Like, that's what they brought the episode to the table. Going, here's a fucked up thing about this industry that is technically illegal, but no one does anything about it. And let's dig in.
I can't wait to get to that episode.
Yeah.
Technically illegal, but nobody does anything about it. 2023, baby.
Yeah. That's Leverage in a nutshell.
I tell you. Yeah.
21st century for the most part.
Right, but that's also why it's a feel-good show. Because it's nice to live in a fictional world where the bad people actually pay a price.
Get them! Yes, it is very nice. And that's one of the more satisfying. I think that one of the more satisfying things about Leverage is that, like, they always manage to not only do the job, that they always exceed expectations at work, They always end up doing something a little extra to make sure that the person who was victimized gets their just reward as well. And and that's when like, the little twist at the end is like, well, what happened with this B plot that like, oh, we got them too.
Yay.
So
Leverage is a cult, and
but yeah.
Timothy Hutton is Nathan Ford, the gang's mastermind planner who manages the skills of the other criminals and frequently points them in the direction of their next target. Ford is driven to acting against the criminally corrupt after his own employer denies him healthcare coverage that would have saved his son. Hutton is a longtime character actor and more recently had a featured role on How to Get Away with Murder and My Beloved, The Haunting of Hill House. After Leverage initially ended, he plays the dad. In a really good, I think actually my favorite episode of that show. I didn't realize that was him until obviously I started doing the research for this. I just thought he was a really good part of The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah. Does that one have Henry Winkler in it?
Yeah, he's one of the ghosts.
Okay. All right.
They don't recognize him at first, then he jumps a shark.
Stop it. New Zealand actress Gina Bellman plays Sophie Devereaux, the team's grifter who uses elaborate disguises and corny accents to wedge her way into their target's world.
It was real bad.
Gina Bellman featured in the 2007 BBC show Jekyll, as well as an NBC adaptation of The Wizard of Oz directed by Tarsum Singh. Also, would be remiss not to mention that she was in Coupling.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Moffat's show that was out a while back. She's big in that British situation. I had no idea that she's from New Zealand.
Yeah. This was a wonderful way for me to remember, or rather find out, I should say, that Tarsum Singh directed a version of Wizard of Oz for television. Because I love The Fall. And I'm delighted to find that out, and I would love to seek that out and watch that sometime. And also, this was a bad way of remembering about Jekyll.
Oh my God, I know, right? I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, I mean...
Jekyll was a thing that was filmed. Mm-hmm. And there you go.
That sure was a show.
I honest to God, double take out of me as I was scrolling through her Wikipedia page. I'm like, and Jekyll. And Jekyll.
And Jekyll? Oh my God. Oh boy.
TV.
I tell you what.
Aldous Hodge plays Alec Hardison, Leverage's hacker who uses his technical skills to surveil and investigate the team's targets every step of the way. Hodge featured on Friday Night Lights and Turn, Washington Spies, an AMC show about America's first spy ring, so keeping within the crime family there. And he was recently Hawkman in The Rock's Black Adam.
He is my most very special boy.
He is an incredible watch designer.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
He has a high-end watch company. And they actually do beautiful work.
They do. Everybody, I think that I read something that he was showing one of the other cast members or a crew member or something about watches, and they were very entranced by how knowledgeable he is on watches.
Yeah, He's a giant watch nerd.
I love him so much.
I don't know how high-end is high-end, but I've been considering being a watch guy, so maybe I'll look into that. It's probably $10,000 a pop, so maybe not.
There's something like that, I'm sure. I don't...
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now.
Oh my God, he has his own watch brand.
Yeah, you didn't know?
I didn't know he had his own brand.
Yeah, for a couple years now. Yeah, he started his own watch company.
Aldous Hodge Watches.
I love him so much.
Discusses his up-and-coming watch brand. Give me literally the website. I want to know how much they are.
Right?
They might not be fully out yet.
Yeah, I don't think, because this was just last year,
this article is from less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably still in flux.
Oh, I want to know. Oh no, these are too pricey for me. Never mind. I don't know.
You're like, Ben, I love how you're like, I might just become a bespoke suit guy. I wonder how much that can't be that much, right?
Okay, really? I feel like there's probably there's nice watch that means $300, and there's nice watch that means $10,000.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, he is very much in the $10,000 range. I am sure.
$10,000 range for watches.
When because I remember the first time I heard him, I saw him talking about it in some interview, and he's I really like the architectural design of watches and all this, like Frank Lloyd Wright. And I'm like, holy shit! You're going that deep.
Well, he used to be an architecture student.
Right.
He was also an architect. Yeah, so...
But it's once you're trying to apply one to the other, you're in the $10,000 range, right? That shit ain't like a Seiko with a calculator.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. There was a chance. There was a chance it meant a nice family gift and not congratulations on acquisitions and mergers this month.
Right. Might I suggest you steal one?
Sure.
Exactly.
I know a guy who might know a thing about that.
Anyway, congrats on being
right.
Hawkman.
Christian Kane is Elliot Spencer, the team's hitter, who frequently has to get his hands dirty as he follows targets, and in this episode fights the Irish mob. Kane featured heavily on Rescue 77, Fame LA, and had a guest role on the dear departed Supernatural.
I
love him too.
I have to mention it. It's not. I've seen an episode, but like, Supernatural is a weird touch point here at our network. By which I mean our sibling program Sneeple at the Movies will bring up Supernatural no matter how relevant it is to the subject matter.
I'm with you.
Yeah. It's a fun show. I almost said good. I corrected myself real fast. It's a fun show.
Supernatural is good. I would argue that there are 9 out of 15 seasons that are good.
It's better than The Simpsons did.
But there are 15 seasons, you know.
Yeah. That's
still a good record.
Great. That's a D. That's a solid D.
And if there's one thing Supernatural fans know about, it's wanting the D. So.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god.
D.
They want the D.
Yeah, D. The angel that what's his name plays.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Castiel. Destiel was the shit.
Yes.
My bad.
Yes,
whatever. Pretend that joke worked.
We're just gonna skip past that. Pretend that Ben was funny.
Christian Kane has such intense stuntman energy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know.
Like, especially with his little jacket. Literally looks like if you were to draw a picture of I need like a TV stuntman. Let me just, and I sketched one up for you like I was a caricature artist on a beach boardwalk. I think I would have accidentally drawn this man. This also pretends I can draw this scenario, and then I work at the beach.
Sure. Why not?
But anyway, that's the energy I got off of him this entire. This is the only episode of Leverage I've ever seen, so cut me some slack.
Yeah, which I love. I love that finally, because I feel like so many times it's the opposite. Like, this is a show that is beloved by the guest and myself, and you've never seen it. Normally it's the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very thrilling.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a show that I hadn't touched before. The first, first one this season that I haven't seen. Oh, I guess I had never seen Mike Tyson Mysteries, which was kind of recent.
True.
True. Wait.
Had never.
No. It's more. I've never even heard of, and I want it to be Mike Tyson solving mysteries by like essentially reenacting like the Punch-Out NES game.
Great news for you.
Yeah, I've got some really great news for you.
That's what that cartoon is.
Gotcha.
It's
a cartoon. I was thinking like it was like some new show on like, you know, like again one of these streaming networks that we've never even heard of that came out like now. And I'm just trying to imagine like this, just like my head filled with wonder for a minute there.
It was the final episode of our second season, which was on adult animation. It ran from like 2015 to 2019. The show Mike Tyson Mysteries, not our podcast. Spent a long time talking about cartoons. And great news. It is pretty much legitimately him like fighting Punch-Out guys.
And he does voice himself. He does voice himself. And at the end of every episode, there's like a little live action him doing something stupid. It's amazing.
It's cute. I liked it. So great news. Your wildest fantasies about that are 100%
I didn't even
correct.
think cartoon, so I'm even happier now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Christian Kane also on The Librarians, which is the show I thought this was.
I mean, they, both of them were Dean Devlin. Rogers kind of worked on.
Oh, yeah.
They actually, when they shut down both shows finally, they did a prop sale because they were at that point both in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just this prop sale for both shows, which was kind of hysterical because, librarian stuff, and I'm assuming, but you've never seen it.
No.
Lesley I know has. But, there's a whole lot of like artifacts and like props they had to make. And so, like the leverage, like they intermixed it, but you could tell the leverage props because it was literally 14 boxes of old flip phones.
Oh, I got shit to say about tech. when
Oh man.
Yeah, no, the leverage props were hysterical. I actually grabbed some. But
I know you did. We've discussed this before.
But it was just, compared to the librarian stuff, it was just so, down to earth, because of course it was.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, no, every once in a while I just completely get my wires crossed about two pieces of pop culture or whatever. It was when they announced the Witcher TV series with Henry Cavill that I looked at the screen, squinted, pulled up a Wikipedia article, and had to announce to my Discord server, "Hey everyone, I just found out Dragon Age and The Witcher were two different franchises."
I mean, that's fair though. And again, like Leverage and Librarians, it makes sense to screw them up. They share so much.
There's one more big one I'm embarrassed about, but now I'm blanking on it. Where it's just I never touch either of them, and the Librarians is also a team of intellectuals who are doing yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Anyway,
I know people who mix up Librarians and Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
And then end up in that Sci-Fi Channel rap of where does Eureka fit in with Leverage, and just get very confusing.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I mean, I've had people in my life who have thought Succession and Severance were the same project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's Adam Scott do in Succession? Which relative is he? Oh, he's not. No, he's not a member of the Roy family. That's a different program.
It's a different program, different show.
Beth Riesgraf is Parker, the team's thief, whose technical tools, penchant for lockpicking and intense energy, can get the crew into just about anywhere. Riesgraf has a starring role in the show Complications on USA, as well as a guest role on My Name is Earl, which I know is one of Leslie's favorites.
I love My Name is Earl. Also, she's married to Jason Lee, who plays Earl on the show.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a child together named Pilot Inspector with a K. And these are not facts that I looked up. These are things that I just know. Mm-hmm. There's a wrinkle in my brain dedicated to that fact. Which I love because I have endless real estate in my brain and totally have room for shit like that.
Love you, Les.
And it isn't taking the place of something important. Yeah. So yeah.
I appreciate you so much.
As with the most successful shows, Leverage was rebooted into Leverage Redemption by Amazon Studios. The rebooted adaptation does not feature the entire original cast. Timothy Hutton is missing and Aldous Hodge appears as a recurring role, but it is a direct narrative sequel to the events of Leverage. The reboot received high praise and a second season started airing on Freevee last year.
Aldous Hodge, of course, sounds like too busy making watches.
He's making watches, man.
And
he's too busy being smart and hot and making watches and being in Black Adam.
Right. That's it. It's like the season 2 had more of him than season 1. Yep. Because partially they found a way to film and a reason in the story to kind of put him separate so they could film scenes literally while he was in breaks from being Hawkman.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand if you knew that you had to fight the Rock, you'd probably take some time off to prep.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
There's a moment though in season 2 of Redemption which was so obviously they didn't mean it, but in the show, Hardison is not supposed to be this big physical threat.
Right.
And, Elliot is the hitter, and he is. And they're talking, and Aldous Hodge is wearing a T-shirt, and he puts his arm, they're on other sides of, a bar, and he puts his arms on the bar and leans forward. And I'm just you now look like you're, 2 Christian Canes wide. This is a problem for the show.
Yeah.
Right. When the guy who's armed with only a MacBook suddenly.
Yeah, it
suddenly rips.
Yeah. It was just the last time I think you see his bare arms in the show. They're just we can't do it anymore. We just nope.
I can tell you as somebody who is actively looking forward to that, it is the last time.
Yeah.
Another example of I was going to say the Chris Pratt effect, but let's go more recent and say the Kumail Nanjiani effect of
there you go. Of
getting an MCU role and then oops, suddenly ripped.
Oops, all muscles.
Chris Pratt was the first noticeable one, right? When Guardians came out, and all of a sudden he dropped the
because he started off flubby.
Yeah,
that was his whole thing.
Going from the schlubby Parks guy to international homophobic superstar. Oh, sorry, muscular superstar.
He's a
one of those apparently involves more creatine. So
true.
Fucking piece of shit. Wish he wasn't fucking Mario. I'm so fucking mad about that.
All right.
Last but not least, we're
having a great morning. We're having a good time. Everybody relax. Chris Pratt exists, but we don't have to think about it.
There you go.
All right, check out our store for that merch. Last but not least, we're watching Season 2, Episode 1, The Beantown Bailout Job. 6 months after their last operation, the various members of Leverage Consulting and Associates reunite at a Boston theater at Sophie's request. After Nathan witnesses an improbable car accident and saves the car's banker occupant as well as his daughter, the group of con artists realize that they have another opportunity to take down a powerful criminal. The Beantown Bailout Job puts them in direct contention with a powerful Irish mob and Nathan's own past. Adam, we have 2 questions for you.
Uh-oh.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Oh.
I have 2 questions.
I've been fired.
These are my questions. You haven't fired. This is what I do.
Lesley, go for it.
Thank you. Okay, so the first question for you, Adam, is why did you want to talk about leverage today? Why leverage?
There are 2 things on Earth. If someone's like, "Oh, do you want to talk about like this thing?" I will usually just like drop whatever's in my hands and be like, "Let's go." Leverage is one of those. Farscape is the other. So, when I saw that you were looking for crime shows, I was just like, well, obviously, like, it's leverage time, right? Also, Lesley, you're involved, so I knew leverage.
So I have a second question for you. Why did you pick this episode? Why this one? Why Beantown Bailout Job?
That is one of those things of, like, once it was, we just have to pick an episode. After I finished screaming internally that I had to figure that out. I made, like, my initial short list of, like, 4 or 5 episodes that I thought would work. And then I narrowed that down, and I threw it out. And I made another list. And really what it came down to was, wanting, like, one single episode to show off the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
And so you want an episode that shows what everyone can do, rather than something that spotlights one character too hard.
Absolutely, sure. Okay. Yeah, this is a very well-rounded episode.
Right, and that was a big part of it. And then it was that as Season 2, Episode 1, it works as the soft reset second pilot. But without that little teeny bit of clunk, as much as I love the pilot of the show, it is one of the best pilots out there. But because at this point the characters know each other, there's a little bit almost better entry point for some people in a weird way.
Absolutely.
It's a little smoothed out. The character interactions are a little stronger. So I just figured again, like it was this is the second pilot. So let's just land there. I
have to say, as somebody who also loves this show, this was an excellent pick as an introduction. For all the reasons that you just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that like you said, it really is a reset because Ben, spoiler alert, at the finale of Season 1, things happen and they end up splitting up, parting ways. Sure. So this was just such a great way. And right from the start, you get the feel of what this show is, like from the personalities of all the people coming into Nathan's apartment and bring Parker bringing the painting in and Elliot chainsawing a hole in the wall and Hardison adding all these screens and the banter that happens and the interpersonal relationships are immediately apparent. And I just think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love this show.
There's one other kind of secret reason I chose this episode, though.
Out of deference to the Irish mob?
I mean, obviously. No, the first season took place in and was filmed in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And they had some budget cuts.
Yes.
And so the second season, they moved production to Portland, but claimed it was Boston. And as someone who spent some time living in Boston and now lives in Portland, it was really funny watching that, being like, that is in no way Portland. Like, that is not Portland. And there were a couple times, like, there's an episode in there where they actually go to Portland, and it's kind of like the least Portland you've ever seen, even though they are literally in Portland.
That's incredible.
And then they eventually do move, spoilers, they eventually do move the show to existing in Portland, and suddenly it's allowed to look like Portland.
At a specific brewery that is real.
Not one, I mean, it's since closed. But,
yes, but it's a real building.
But it was a real place.
RIP.
But yeah, no, just the suddenly we're in Portland was hysterical. And if you get the DVDs, every episode has commentary. God help us. And they are, every episode, Lesley. And they are drinking throughout all of it. They actually have, it comes up more often than you might think. Has the statute of limitations passed yet? Can we tell this story? Type of problem. Because the amount of actual crime that they committed making the show. Yeah.
Oh my God, I have to get these.
If you didn't know, in the pilot, and this won't make any sense to you, but in the pilot, they actually stole a cop car. They were supposed to have it.
Really?
And then something came up, and they were like, oh no, we're delayed. And they're like, okay, but we're shooting. And there was just a parked cop car there, so they literally just stole it.
Stop. Oh my God, I love this show so much more.
But part of the whole joke of we just moved to Portland was they were talking about like how, well, we weren't sure what filming in Portland was going to be like. And then, like, for the first episode, we're like, do you mind if we, like, explode a car and just, like, flip it over in the middle of the street? And they're like, Portland was like, sure. And they're like, we were having fun then. Because they could get away with anything in this town. Because back then, no one filmed here.
Yeah. No one did.
Yeah.
Okay, weirdly, I also thought The Librarians was grim for a bit. Anyway.
Right. And that makes sense to me, because all three shows filmed in Portland.
Exactly. I was watching this episode, and I was kind of flipping through Wikipedia as I sometimes do, to kind of get some initial impressions, for the research end of this. And I saw, yada yada yada. Starting in season 2, this was Portland, and I thought, well, Portland, that's my hometown, Portland. And I looked up back at the screen, and I saw an intersection I recognized. It was very, I don't know, heartwarming. Well, I guess a car was flipping through the scene, so maybe it wasn't, like, sentimental.
Right.
But I was like, oh, hold on. Sure. I know what bus stop's there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you keep watching, because they can't use the airport, because the rug is too distinctive.
Yes.
So they use the convention center as every airport on Earth. But, like, the dragon is still there, all the signs are still there. And it got to the point where whenever they have a Rose City Comic Con, like, a bunch of us are always like, where's the con? And we just tell people, down at the airport. Like, we just refer to the convention center as the airport now.
As the airport? That's amazing. That's incredible.
I found this show so charming.
I know.
It is just, like, and it's weird because it's dealing with issues, especially when you realize that they are real issues. It is almost, it should be a downer.
It should be.
But the show knows that it could be a downer.
It's that fantasy element where they get their comeuppance.
One of the things I look for a lot is kind of, especially because we pick random episodes, or rather guest picked, but even so, effectively random episodes of the show to step in on. I always kind of look for how quickly can I get to know these characters, even if I'm stepping into the middle of their story.
Right.
And it probably helps that they each have, like, a job-designated nickname, which, like, absolutely kind of lost.
Which they remind you of in the credits as well.
Right, which they remind...
Just in case.
Oh, those stylish, fun credits. Really do appreciate those.
If you're going to have an ensemble cast that, loop into, this is my job, why not remind people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, just because, for the Timothy Hutton connection, like Haunting of Hill House... has like a cast of 7 people, 4 of which look exactly alike. It's just look, sometimes it is kind of hard to
Hill House haunted by white people.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it is kind of hard to like differentiate those kind of characters and find like their individual arcs, especially if you're dropping into the middle of something like this. So I really appreciate something that is not to borrow our own show name, but like Syndicated like this. No, it's like it's sequential. It's a little anthology-ish. You hypothetically could just drop into a random season without it sounds like missing a ton.
Yes and no.
I mean, yeah, like, how much overarching material is there?
Every season has an arc to it that kind of creeps along in the background.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then all the strings are pulled in the finale. But it is also that the characters and the relationships obviously do kind of grow and change. So it's something you can drop in, but it's I think like any show, right? The further you go down the timeline, the harder it gets to actually truly appreciate what they're doing for what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, sure. That's yeah. I'm sure that's the case. But it just felt very narratively accessible.
Yeah.
Because obviously they put so much effort into being like, especially when they're all crowded around that bar toward the beginning, there was a lot of like, so what have you been up to? Yada yada yada. That really establishes, who these people are. Again,
right.
We're doing some real hinky stuff in Afghanistan. Like, dark joke.
They are not afraid of that joke.
No, of course.
No, they're not.
Of course not.
They're
of course
not.
But it does a really good job of like setting up who these people are, not just their archetypes, but outside of that, obviously.
Right.
Not just their job titles, I should say. I got a real strong sense of everyone's personality just from, again, the opening like 10 minutes of this show, which I consider that solid television writing. That's a Ben Hamlin guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you were gonna like this show, Ben. I knew you were.
I love spy bullshit, and I mean this isn't this isn't quite spy bullshit, but it's like the next step over.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which I guess is called crime. But like you know what I mean? It's the Sopranos doesn't have like surveillance and subterfuge. You know what I mean? Whereas this
they also don't have a Parker, so
yeah, they don't have a Parker.
That was their first mistake.
True.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, his name is Polly Walnuts. Secondly.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's that I like that level of like the kind of like social sabotage angle that I don't really think. I don't know. I guess Columbo does that like as an individual a little bit, but we haven't really covered that kind of angle yet this season, which is stuff I like. Stuff that is again like spy adjacent, like the disguises and the accents and the safe cracking tools and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a fun genre thing, and oh my god, those opening credits sell it with the Mission Impossible-esque riff and all that.
Oh my god, I cannot tell you how many times the Leverage soundtrack in general has saved my concentration while I'm working.
I feel it.
I listen to it during work all the time because it makes me feel like I'm doing badass stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I always forget because who has their phone on Audible, but if I have my headphones in, my actual ringtone will play. If I happen to get a call from like work or something like that, and I always forget that I actually have it set to the Leverage soundtrack, like theme.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. I love that.
Next gen theme song for me. Those trumpets wake me up in the morning.
That's fair.
Very good.
Which unfortunately has caused a light resentment of Star Trek, just because that's my wake up sound. Oh well, sorry Picard. Sorry, apologies to my dad, Picard.
On just a small throwaway moment in this episode, though. One of the things I love about this episode, because I'm trying to, like I said, it shows off everybody very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
and
does.
Through like even just shorthand little character beats that are other characters discussing a third. So you understand how they all relate.
One of my favorites.
She's wearing a costume. Yeah. Like, yes, it's Parker.
Yeah. Did you think she was just doing that for the sake of it? Well, yeah, kind of.
I mean, that makes sense. But looking at Christian Kane as the kind of like. I don't know, action figure stuntman from the 80s, somehow.
Yeah.
He does a thing in this episode that is obviously not a stuntman and not fake, and is one of those moments where, and I say this as somebody who, spent a little bit of time in the 90s, like, working as a bouncer, if I ever see anyone do that, I just run.
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
I dare you, pick up an actual wooden baseball bat, and twirl it between your fingers off the center balance point.
Yeah.
Like, twice like that. Like, just the hand strength and dexterity that takes to just kind of casually. I'm just like, nope, I'm done here. Just,
Can I just say, everyone in the main ensemble cast of characters on the show is impossibly hot.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Impossibly hot.
But, like, in quiet, not CW ways.
Yes. Not in, like, a Jensen Ackles way.
Right.
But, like, which is the very conventionally, like, handsome Squidward way. Yeah.
Well, like in the these are real people way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I just wanted that opinion to be recorded and known.
There is somebody, we all know the bisexuality and the mummy meme.
Yeah.
There is somebody for whom that is true about Leverage.
Oh, yeah. God, yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And actually, I think I know them now that I think about it.
Like, there's more than one, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, it's usually the Mummy and Curse of the Black Pearl. I think people say that about a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a skill to be feared for sure. I loved it when he got shot later in the episode and flipped out of the chair dramatically over the side of one of the arms.
Yeah.
That was the most I've ever. That was a wrestling maneuver. That was the most I've ever seen that oversold. I thought that was a blast.
Oh yeah,
it was such a great oversell.
Yeah, genuinely watching him like react seconds later to getting shot by flipping over the side of a chair like that and just lying dead on the ground, I genuinely think was the clicking point for me. I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know, like that's obviously an intentional choice.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's clearly like
right.
Which
and it's an intentional choice in universe. Even that's what I love.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes,
of course.
yes,
like,
yes. That's what I mean. Yeah.
And it's like a nod and a wink. They will nod and wink at the audience a little bit. You know, with sometimes like just. It's not that they're like superhero level stuff. It's just that it's competence porn.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And they don't mind letting the audience in on the joke sometimes.
Which I mean, I think is certainly there are plenty of bad examples of that.
God, yes.
That's hard to pull off. In especially I think in television where you. I don't want this to sound like it's coming down to runtime only, but you got a lot of time to fill in TV.
No, I mean you do. Like
and you have to keep up a certain amount of like audience engagement, and you can kind of there are ways to sort of wink to the audience that can be real fucking hack and real and be a detriment, and there's ways to not, and I think this does a great job of like kind of keeping it fun and keeping it theatrical without just doing like weight and ass writing.
Yeah. Sure. And again, like the soundtrack, like I mentioned, is just it's that like upbeat, jazzy heist music 60s soundtrack going on.
Yeah.
That again, just it keeps you there. And even when again, like the show threatens to like this could get dark, the soundtrack is helping you pull back. The little jokes here and there are helping you pull back. Like it's it is.
It's such a fine balance, and it's done so well.
That's the thing.
Great,
it's done so well.
Great tone.
Is like you could see so many shows that want to be Leverage. That might not even be crime shows, but just want to strike that tone that can't quite get there. And they always make it look completely effortless.
They really, really do. The chemistry is off the charts.
Yeah.
How do I politely say the phrase, this feels like the best CW show?
No, absolutely.
Knowing full well it's not on the CW.
Sure. I get what you're saying because of the, the light tone and how accessible it is. I think is it's just absolutely part of the charm.
Yeah,
it's such a good show.
As somebody,
I love the show.
As somebody who kind of hit adulthood in the all right. So I really wanted to like Arrow. And like because like when I turned 18, that was like the brand new like holy shit, we're doing superheroes on TV now.
Why would you make me feel that old? Why would you say
sorry.
that?
I'm young. I'm 29.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ben is little wee beard.
No, but like that was like, oh my god, cool. We're doing superheroes on TV and like in a cool adult way or whatever.
Sure.
I don't know. A man can dream. I thought that's what was going to happen. Anyway, I fucking hate Arrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
No, go ahead. If you disagree, you're welcome to.
I I'm sitting there going like, do I like Arrow? And I'm like, some of it.
I liked a little bit. I liked the
right,
first
like
couple episodes.
I like more near the end. Like it is not great. It's not terrible. It's exactly what it wanted to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that just wasn't something I really wanted it to be for me to enjoy it.
Yeah. I just look. I remember again based on when it came out. It was right off the heels of Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
I was freshly like 19 or whatever.
And they couldn't do Batman, so...
And they weren't allowed to do a Batman show, exactly. I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be such a cool thing to see these characters I like, yada, yada, on TV, and then it just, it sucked. But like I mean, obviously I was interested in the premise of Oliver Queen goes around and stops a bunch of billionaires using his trick arrows, and it's counterculture, man. That kind of stuff. And anyway, it didn't deliver on that. Or rather, it did for the first couple episodes, and then quickly became about the Flash, or rather Merlin and Professor Zoom and all that nonsense. Anyway, the CW,
Professor Peach in the library with the
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, good, you've seen it. Anyway, I wish that premise had stuck around longer. It very quickly they transitioned away to actually fighting Green Arrow and Batman villains. Instead of that initial premise. And now I'm realizing, well, why did they even try? Because Leverage came out a couple years before that and did it a lot better.
Oh, yes.
But, I mean, again, there are... You can find crime shows that try to do Leverage but serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrow.
I mean...
It tried for a while to do the serious thing. And then Gorilla Grodd showed up.
Best.
I have... some of the other CW shows I have a lot of love for. Mm-hmm. Because they embrace the let's be a comic book about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And again, Arrow tried that too. It just tried to do it with comics that I wasn't into, right? Like, it's...
Right.
But bless them, they tried.
They did. They really did.
But yeah, no, Leverage came out and people didn't seem to notice it. That's what always shocks me. It's like, it had enough audience to get 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and a revival as well.
Right.
So,
had enough audience to get 2 seasons of a revival so far.
A very well-received revival. That's typically not the case.
This,
true.
Yeah, this is one of the only, like, let's do this show again. Let's bring it all back. That actually works, and I think it's because it's Leverage, right? Like,
yeah.
Sure.
But also because the cast like still hung out with each other, like just they're all still friends.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
IRL?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the format of the show is something that very much can continue. Mm-hmm. It's a monster of the week, except the monster is the criminally corrupt or what have you. But it is it's something that can continue, presumably indefinitely. Obviously, we have plenty of social and financial ills in this country that can continue to butt heads against and all that. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But also, you got to imagine there's a degree of recency. The show ended less than 10 years ago.
Right.
Where it doesn't feel like they're resurrecting something from 1995. It just feels like maybe a more natural continuation of something that ended literally only a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that thing where there's like an applause shot when the older actors return. And everyone's like, I don't, I don't quite have it like I used to because 25 years have passed.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, right.
There's no 75-year-old Harrison Ford.
But also, like, the way they ended the show, honestly, left the door open for them to do another show. Mm-hmm. And so having a few years in between and keeping all of the continuity essentially intact let you come back the way and when they did. Yeah. Like, it was kind of pre-built to do it by accident.
And characters, again, only aged like 10 years, which is...
Yeah.
Now they're just like late 40s instead of late 30s, and that's like a lot easier to than convincing Harrison Ford he has to do stunts again.
Right, and I mean they're bringing new characters so that as they need to phase out like favorites, I mean it would suck, but as they need to, like I think the fandom would embrace it.
Yeah, you can kind of ship a Theseus if you wanted to.
Yeah, and I mean, did you ever watch Being Human? The original, not the U.S.
I did. They were the UK one? Oh my god, yes.
The best example of Ship of Theseus thing show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
By the finale, it's a completely different cast in the first episode. Like 100% different cast.
That's true.
I have such intense memories of when I first got into Doctor Who on BBC America. At the tail end of the Tennant years, all those commercials that were just like, and up next, Being Human, with those promos or whatever. Anyway, that's all. That's like my half connection to that show is just like being advertised it constantly as I watch Doctor Who.
If you like that kind of genre show, like the UK. Please never watch the US version. The UK version,
yeah,
don't worry,
for all of its faults, is so much fun.
Yeah.
Can we touch on the? I guess I was going to say the politics, but I really just mean the timeliness of this entire show.
Yes.
Sure.
Go right on.
So obviously, this episode is about the 2008 financial crisis.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to I mean, it kind of is. It isn't the only time or only way they touch it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just like in my head, I'm like, this is one slice of a much bigger problem.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously
but yes.
The whole economy got upended in 24 different ways in 2008 through 2010 or whatever. But I can appreciate a show that does that stays topical, stays current without. I'm not really sure how I mean to phrase this, but I just mean hey, look, the bad guys are the bankers. There's clearly a little bit of a. It's drawing on literal real events.
Mm-hmm.
But even the fact the computer equipment they have, where he's got his MacBook airplaying to the TV or what have you. That's oh yeah, that's right. That's what that was new tech for 2009. You can broadcast from your laptop to the TV.
One of my favorite things about watching older shows or movies or whatever that involve a hacker is all of the time capsule tech that was next level at the time, and just marveling at the changes.
It wasn't that corny, the faster you type the faster you hack kind of stuff.
Right.
But I don't know, I was looking at the use of technology in this. I'm that's just how all those products worked.
Right.
Yeah, back then.
Which is a level of writing topicality that's that's what it was like to have a MacBook in 2010. Yeah. When these kind of simple things are popping up for the first time.
Yeah, they deal with the tech fairly, even to the point where in the revival, they deal with modern tech fairly too. They've kept that trend. But yeah, again, boxes of flip phones.
Boxes of flip phones, exactly.
I love it.
Which, I mean, we have talked about with Sopranos and probably will talk about again with Better Call Saul. Boxes of flip phones. I'm sure.
Boxes of flip phones.
But yeah, no, I appreciated how timely all the tech stuff was. Obviously, the subject matter of bankers and bailouts and insurance company fraud and all that kind of stuff all felt very, 2008, 2009. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, those are still topical because the government never did anything about either of those.
Right.
Whoops. But it very felt pulse, fingers on the pulse of what was obviously top of mind for everyone in 2009. But it didn't feel I don't know, hacky or whatever.
Yeah.
Typically when I watch stuff with my roommates, sometimes they will to indicate it's a period piece or whatever, they'll hit you with the needle drop of a very 70s song, and everyone's, they kind of overdo it a little bit and will sarcastically joke wow, when's this set?
Yeah. And
obviously this isn't a period piece because it's the same time as it's happening or whatever, but I don't know, it felt so much more natural.
Yeah.
That it was current and fresh without trying to I don't know.
Well, I mean, again, John Rogers, if you follow him on social media and all this, you understand, he is occasionally a very angry human being at the state of the world.
Oh, as he should be. We all should be, yeah.
But he is also a literal genius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he, brought that to the writer's room, where it's embrace it, put it in the work. Mm-hmm. And so I think it feels more real and alive and not corny and all this, because it's not coming from a place of let's do a special episode to get more ratings on Green Week type of thing.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And more just, we're pissed, you're pissed. Wouldn't it be cool if someone could fix that? And just go from there.
Better way to phrase it than what I said earlier. This, what you just said for sure. But also really just a snapshot of the times, I guess is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Sure.
Without even necessarily trying to, at least in this episode, which is again my limited experience of this show, without even it felt like trying to heighten it. It just felt that's just what it was like.
I don't think they ever actually heighten it. People have accused them of heightening it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have watched Rogers have to in the past write blog posts or on Twitter or whatever, even going back, people are like, oh, I was watching Leverage, and look, they kind of made this look so much worse than it is. And he's like, here's 12 news stories. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to heighten this stuff.
Right.
That's the problem, in fact.
Yeah.
Is that we all think it is not quite as bad as it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, obviously it benefits from the fact that it's happening in the moment instead of trying to capture 2008 10 years later or what have you.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I just thought, again, I appreciated how that was handled. I mean,
no, completely. It's one of the things that tends to bring people into the show.
Yeah.
Is that it's not holding your hand, it's not being corny. It's going to have fun, it's going to be silly, but it's also going to treat you like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I guess talking about that heightening, I did love the villain of this. The banker specifically.
Yeah.
Who was, I probably should have this actor's name on hand. I definitely recognize him.
Oh yeah.
Notable cast. Oh, that section of the Wikipedia page is empty. All right. Well,
I had it earlier. Hold on.
Hold on.
We'll get you there. We can do this.
We'll get you there. We can do this. IMDb exists.
Right? I'm like...
Played by Charles Martin.
There it is.
Yep. Charles Martin Smith.
No, not Charles Martinet. That's Mario. We're going back full circle. Fuck.
Let's see. Oh, he was in Psych for an episode.
Okay.
And Fringe.
He was in SVU because everybody was. Excuse me. Because everybody was. Jay, cut that, please. Thank you. Yeah, he was in Fringe. He was in... Yeah, he's, just little...
He's a TV dude.
Little episodes.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
He's a TV dude. Does little episodes sometimes.
Yeah, also The Untouchables.
Yeah.
Speaking of mob-related crime.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I recognize him from. But I'll look into that a little later.
All right.
No, I just liked that, I don't know, he felt like a realistic Slimeback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's something very satisfying about a character that is eventually brought down just by being too fucking talkative.
Yes.
who literally
yes.
Who literally just kind of gives away the game by running into a room yelling, "You were supposed to pay him off," or whatever. Like whatever. When he goes into that warehouse yelling at the mob associate that he works with or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, even later when that same mob guy is like, "Hey, I already fixed his brakes. You kill this guy."
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. I'll handle it. And he picks up a gun.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked that they were just brought down by just like essentially loudly confessing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I know they literally get a taped confession from him later, but like, I don't know, loosely. Oh my god, let me try that again. Loose lips sink ships, I guess.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, like, he was actually really bad at crime. It was just because of the way banking worked, it felt easy to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, he sucks at it. It's
he
nice
sucks
touch.
real bad at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can appreciate that like a character is. I mean, obviously the Leverage team put in some work. No shit. But like a character like really kind of takes themselves down just by being a shithead criminal.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. I thought that was some fun writing.
Also, the Boston Mooks I will say, having lived in Boston for a while, they look like appropriate Boston Mooks. I will give the show that. They might have cast out of Portland, but apparently we got some Mooks.
Good to know.
And as Boston Irish myself, yeah, they look like extended family.
See?
Good to know.
I mean, they were a nice group of Southies.
That's right.
There you go.
Man, shout out to The Departed. All right. Anyway, that's my final thought on that, I guess. I think I'm running out of things to say about Leverage, but obviously you two are fans, so.
I will toss one thing out to Lesley that I never noticed about this episode until I was watching it for this.
Let's hear it.
For like an episode that's supposed to, in my head, be like the great scene set and this is everything of Leverage, there's no gloat.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's rare.
Do they typically rub it in a little?
Well, there's almost always and they even call it the gloat. Like, it is referenced in the show as like their most fun part of this, is that they will always make sure that the people they took down knew it was them. And like they'll watch as they get dragged away or something like that, and so you get the villain suddenly reveals it all, and it's like
while they go off in the cockpit or whatever.
Like all these different people that I thought were completely unconnected. Like, this was a whole big conspiracy against me. And there isn't one in this because they just let the banana thing of just like, that's impossible, and they just let it play.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I hadn't considered that, but you're absolutely right.
Like, it's almost shocking that there's no gloat.
That's something... So that's something that you can look forward to in future episodes, is that almost all of them there is at the end a gloat where you're like, it was us the whole time.
Yeah. I gotta say, I did like the flashback sequences toward the end.
Yeah, that is show language. Yeah.
It is.
Good way of wrapping up, like 45-minute television. Do like, that's why Parker's plan worked. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And that's what brought us here. Kind of. Yeah. I mean, delivered far better than my version of it just now. But like, I liked those kind of like sepia tone, black and white-ish, sepia tone, like they're in the fucking Wild West.
Sure.
But like those black and white-ish, grayed out sequences where they show like step 1, 2, 3 to getting the criminals to trust them or whatever. Like as a real quick, summary, tying a bow on it at the end. Kind of ensures a stylistic approach that kind of again ensures like audience engagement. You kind of keep everyone's attention by wrapping it up like that, making sure they know what happened to the audience anyway.
Yeah, and sometimes changing the context of what you saw.
Right.
Oh, well, you saw this scene, but now you know it's this. It's one of the reasons I've never actually seen a copy, but there was, I don't know if it was unofficial or not, a Leverage RPG rule set.
Oh.
That involved flashbacks. Like, you could deploy flashbacks if you were caught to explain why it actually works in your favor.
Wow.
The tabletop role-playing system Blades in the Dark is built around that premise.
Okay.
It is built around the idea that at any point when you encounter an obstacle in your heist, you can initiate a flashback to explain why you're actually prepared for it.
That might be what I'm thinking of. Again, Roger's being a huge RPG person.
Oh,
I know that like that sort of thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or hypothetically, I don't know when Blades in the Dark came out, maybe inspired by, etc.
Oh, sure.
The TTRPG system from Leverage, not vice versa necessarily. Again, I'm just theorizing there. But yeah, very much like, you walk up and you see, a security guard guarding the vault, yada, yada, yada. Oh, well, actually, earlier today, I had done some research on this specific guard, and I found out that he loves when pies are set on windowsills. And like that kind of stuff. You can flash back to give yourself like narrative, like oil or whatever. I've been meaning to play it for years, but have not.
Well, see, now that you might get into Leverage, you have a new reason to do it.
Yeah. And if I start running a Blades in the Dark campaign that has suspicious Leverage connections, you know where I got them from. All my little story ideas. Anyway, I thought that was a cute stylization choice.
Yeah.
Adam, anything else to say before we close out?
I think we've covered all of our little leveragey bases.
Excellent.
Normally, we lean into specific jokes that we appreciated, although we're less so since we're less so focusing on comedy. The lines around that have gotten a little bit blurred. So let's just do. Yeah, I don't know. Just favorite moments, specific moments from the show. I really appreciated the. I appreciated the remote controlled squibs that he attached to the bank wall to make that slimy little banker man think he was being shot at. I really appreciated that as both the setup stuff where he's clearly trying to gauge his height from a distance, but also the payoff when that banker just throws a mountain of paper into the air, ducks behind a car, and makes those phone calls. Setup and payoff. I thought that was a great moment.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I feel like the highlight of almost any episode, any interaction between Elliot and Hardison.
Yeah.
I love their relationship. I think that they're amazing. I love the way that they interact. I love their chemistry. I love watching them riff off each other. There's another episode about, oh my God, Ben, this episode is incredible. And it's called The Office Job. And basically they infiltrate an office environment. And it's very like The Office. Like they're doing like talking heads with like, a screen with blinds like behind them.
Oh my god! But you can see them sneaking in the background.
Because they're filming a documentary apparently the same. Oh my god, it's so funny. But in that one there's like a running joke between. I know I'm not talking about this episode, but whatever.
No, go for it. Who cares?
There's like a running joke between Elliot and Hardison where like Elliot accuses Hardison of like stealing a sandwich from the fridge, and like that's like every interaction that like is so lived in and so like that, and I love them. Also, when Parker comes in and has like the portrait of old Nate Ford. It's like, hi, I'm old Nate. I live here. Like, I just, beautiful. No, that's mine.
Not having the context for that, I still found that very cute.
Yeah.
What's funny is that mine was actually going to be the other payoff to the squib thing, which is also a Hardison and Elliot moment. Which is, when Elliot puts the squibs up, and then he re-meets Hardison and Parker, and Hardison's like, okay, like, just be careful because, like, they should be fine, but they could go off as something like a car alarm. And Elliot's like, I have these in my pocket!
Right. Pocket, yeah. Yeah.
And like a car alarm goes off and he jumps.
Is his crotch going to explode? Yeah. And then Parker is like, is Elliot's crotch going to explode? Yeah. It's beautiful.
I mean, it's just to overemphasize it, but like, man, these characters just feel like they really connect with each other.
And the three of them specifically kind of as like the kids in a weird way.
Yeah. I completely see it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just have as much as like Elliot and Hardison alone are great, and in any pairing of those three it works. All three of them together are just this maniac gremlin energy.
Yeah, I follow blogs who ship them. That being said. Adam, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, you've got quite a resume. Feel free to plug away. Where can we find you, etc.?
I mean, pretty much everything is over at adampknave.com with links to everything else. But in general, it's just Adam P Knave at wherever. I make it easy.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for bringing Leverage to the table. I am overjoyed to find out this show existed 14 years ago, and also now. It's not like they're looking to me for approval, but wow, this show's got some legs.
No, thank you guys for having me. It's been a blast. And an excuse to talk about Leverage, so hey.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for pointing me in the direction of this show.
Yeah.
You know what? I know we say this a lot. I know we say, I'll go back and watch this. This one I probably will actually go back and watch. I know we say that a lot. A lot of empty promises.
You need to promise me you'll at least watch the actual pilot.
Yeah,
it is one of like 2 or 3 shows that I swear if you watch the actual pilot and it clicks, you are in for the entire show.
Yeah, I completely believe you, and I will give that a shot. Anyway, folks, hey, my name is Ben Hamlin. You can find me online at Ben C. Hamlin for now. Twitter appears to be crumbling. Whatever, infinitybreak.net, telling stories our own way. That's the website that this show is a part of. Find me there if nowhere else. Yep. At a certain point, I should really just start dropping my, like, about me, all my links, link tree, or whatever, because there's no guarantee Twitter's going to be around by the time this episode comes out. Anyway, you can check out Parascience and Exploration of the Supernatural and Unquantifiable, my other show that I do over here on infinitybreak.net. Comes out every other Tuesday, as well as twitch.tv/infinitybreakgaming. Lesley, where can people find you?
Oh, you can currently find me at Benetti on Twitter, where I just shitpost all day. It's wonderful.
It's a blast.
Hang out with me. Be my friend.
Lesley, what are you going to do when Twitter collapses?
Shitpost more on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. Clearly that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, I assumed you were going to retire to the countryside.
No.
Like Thanos, start a nice farm.
Right? Cook something in a big pot.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that Twitter's done.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. Adam, once again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
I'm excited to watch more heists. Oh, you know what? Real quick, as our sign-off, what's everyone's favorite heist movie, real quick? Or other heist media?
Leverage.
I'm an Ocean's 8 sucker.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for I'm sorry, did I say Ocean's 8? I meant Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
I mean, I love both of them.
Is also good.
They are both fantastic.
Yeah. Yes.
Also a huge fan of Logan Lucky, the Daniel Craig one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just too many good heists in the world.
So many good ones.
And we have to steal them all.
Yep.
All right, folks, that concludes our episode on Leverage. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time with another episode. Thank you for listening.
All right. Thanks, y'all.